Do I have sound now, people? Hello? No sound at all.
No sound. Somebody said sound.
So you got sound now. We got a thumbs
Everyone
up?
can hear us? Yes. Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay.
It's working now. Oh, has everybody had a good Sunday? I had a pretty good Sunday. Seen beachfront property in Tennessee. First time. We hear frogs. Yes, I can't turn the frogs down. I'm sorry. At least the cows ain't mooing tonight. They took the cows away from babies, and yeah, they've been raising hell for 2 or 3 days now.
Hello, everyone.
Frogs have rights too. That's right. Yeah. Well, let's everybody want to get trying to call in, ask any question, state any facts. I've got the phone over here. Make sure it's turned up this time. I can hear people calling.
No, that's his own shirt.
Yeah, it's mine. It's a work hoodie. See, it says children. Sticky feet rain frogs. I caught one of those the other night out here.
Hey, Jennifer. How are you?
Yeah, call-in number's the same, Jennifer. Unless something's happened. I say it'll start ringing in a second. Hey, Skilo. No, Ryan Miller, I don't eat frog legs. No.
He's still working.
People say they taste like chicken, but I don't know. I don't want to give it a chance. You feeling any better, Adrian?
Wedding date is set for September 17th.
Frog legs and parrot.
I don't eat frog legs either. That's disgusting.
loading the laundry. Pretty much anything. Go right around, look at interesting stuff, take pictures of stuff like we did today. Hang out at the house, watch TV.
Message in a bottle? No.
What?
Something about a message in a bottle was sent. Said, Andy, did you get your message in the bottle? I heard one was sent.
Oh, it's the video.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't watch it.
We had to change the wedding date. We had a few things come up.
I have no clue why she says the wedding day is her day.
I haven't heard that.
Seems like I heard something. The eviction day was the 6th. I don't know. We got court on the 6th.
That's funny.
10 minutes in already. September Angel, yeah, I hope so too.
Baton Rouge, I don't care what she says. I really could give two shits what she says because at this point, anybody and everybody who knows me and knows anything about me knows that everything that she says about me is a lie. So I really could give two shits what she says about me. I don't lose no sleep over it at night.
Jenny Wolf, no, I ain't seen Candace.
I hope she don't crash it. Let her try to crash my wedding. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, Dazed has got all kinds of clips over there if you want to go watch them over there. Hey, Scott. Broke record.
Here once for us.
Oh, yeah, I got to go Tuesday. The 6th. Oddly, the day that she had to move out.
That's kind of funny. Thank you, Maggie May. She played a message from Chattanooga saying, I love you, Daddy. Good night, Daddy. When was that?
I'm having trouble keeping up myself. In the message in the bottle video is what they said.
I'm not supposed to leave your message in the bottle.
I don't know. If anybody's got that clip, send it to me, please.
The message was from her when she was younger. She said she always tried to keep him up to date on it.
Alright, Dazed, I'll go check it out here in a little bit.
Since I think it was very young, that he was just misleading.
LTL, trying to figure out how you find time to stalk her. I don't have time to stalk her, that's the thing. Yeah, a time or two, Connie. Anybody want to call in tonight?
The majority of the video was giving you her time and allowing you to get involved with your daughter. There's somebody. Phones are ringing.
Hello, hello.
Hello, this is September Angel.
How you doing tonight?
I just want to let you know that message in the bottle video. Basically, what she was saying was if you stay off other people's panels, give your daughter time and she'll speak to you and this, that, and the other. You just have to give her time because she's still scared. And the recording she played was probably when your daughter was really little. It was heart-wrenching.
Oh, yeah, probably. It was probably early on.
And it was like, she tried to keep you up to date because you weren't never home and this, that, and the other. And I was like, seriously?
I mean, pretty much I was home every night, so unless I was in.
I think that's what she was getting at, like when you were at work or something.
Now that might have been one of the recordings of when I was in jail or something, but yeah.
And I was like, really, lady?
Yeah, it's one of those situations.
Are you able to tell us what happened last week with her and her family was there and the police were there or something?
Well, I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know what really transpired. Sissy didn't try to kill herself. It was talk of some stuff, but I'd rather not necessarily. But she's okay. She didn't try to do nothing or nothing like that. We was just trying to.
I don't want you to get in trouble, so don't say much more. I just was worried about her daughter, your daughter.
Yeah, everything's okay as far as I know.
She needs help, I'm telling you.
Hopefully we can work something out here in a day or two.
Every video she gets. The other night she had a video going where it was like her lip was like way up in the air. It was weird. And she said there was something wrong with her lip. And she thought she was stroking out or something.
I seen the clip of that video where, yeah, it was.
I'm like, that's ridiculous.
I mean,
right? Okay. Well, I'll let someone else call in. I just kind of wanted to let you know what that message in the bottle video entailed. Basically, is give her time, she'll forgive you. And she did, she said, she did in fact hear you say on your live that you loved her.
Well,
she did say that.
I was hoping so. So yeah, I love my daughter and I miss her.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for you. I do.
Hopefully they find Summer. That way everybody can have closure on her too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand why she's... I mean, it was supposed to be about Summer, and I just don't understand why she's always picking at you and your fiance, and I don't understand. She goes way off the rails. It ain't even about Summer anymore for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, she says certain things, but, like, she doesn't even mention her name that often. And then towards the end of that video with Message in a Bottle, I think she was referring to your daughter as it. It was weird. You have to watch it.
I'll go take a peek at it here in a little bit. I'm not going to try to stay on here too late tonight. I got to work tomorrow, and then I got to travel tomorrow evening. So.
All right. Well, I'll let you go so other people can call.
Oh, no problem. Have a great night. Thank you for calling.
You too. Bye.
Bye. TT. Yeah. About every time I seen her, she was toting around one of the pups that come out of one of the dogs we had. Just playing her heart out with the little dogs, or on the swing, trying to get the dog on the swing with her. And she was always having a good time.
I do.
No more callers tonight.
There was another order, but it got denied. The second order got denied. That's why we have to go to court Tuesday, along with child support.
Yeah. That's mainly the reason I got to go Tuesday.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all's comments are scrolling right past.
Cheryl, my opinion is there's somebody on that hill that knows what happened. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there, but that has to be the situation. Hello?
Hey, Andy.
Yes.
This is Constance too. My question is, when Jody called you that day, just someone went missing, she called you and said she heard a sound, and then there was a long time where you didn't hear from her, and you're like, is everything okay? And she didn't answer. Well, in one of her videos, she said she lied to you. She said she was outside checking the ridge or the property line or something.
Yeah.
And she said when she came back in, she told you, oh, I was just talking to the kids. She didn't tell you she was outside. Now, the next part of this question gets kind of heavy. What I think happened involves Jody, but it doesn't involve Dawn and Candace at all. And I know last time when people called in, they asked you and her sister both, do you think Jody could possibly be involved?
And you both said no. Well, that was early on before you spent the rest of the whole night with Jenny and Adrian, talking about all the things you hadn't heard. And
Yeah.
you both were just like, oh my God, I didn't know that. Oh my God, I didn't know that. As the night went on, it just seemed like you guys got more shocked at the things she was saying because you hadn't heard it.
Oh yeah.
Knowing that what you heard after that, do you just have a change of does it change your opinion at all? Do you think now that Jody could have had something to do with it, or do you still think no way?
I honestly don't think no way. I mean, I just don't think she would have no reason, motive, or.
Did you see her video that she made before someone went missing? Well, I guess you did because you were in the car with her, where she was talking about she couldn't stand them goddamn kids and she hated it where she lived and she wanted, them damn people were interfering with her peace and quiet. And if her kids put a toe on her land, she would take care of them. And she was just always constantly bitching about them, just constantly bitching about them. And then she was constantly bitching about the wells. I mean, about dogs. That's where I think my motive, in my mind, the motive would come in. I think really she might have just had enough, and she just happened to be down there. And she always says the perfect storm. What if she just, in her state of mind with her cancer, because she was always saying how she might die, she don't care if she dies, she could take herself out, knowing how much she hated them people. And then she said one time, if this don't make a move, I don't know what will. So that's where all the motive comes into my mind. But I would think that you would know better than me. So that's all I really wanted to ask. If you, after all you heard all that, if you thought maybe she could have, did something, I don't know what.
I get it. No, I mean, I really don't. Honestly, it's kind of one of them bark and bite situations on that.
Yeah.
I just don't think so.
Well, thank you for giving us your time to answer questions.
No problem. Thank you.
All right.
Anybody else want to call in? Hello.
Hey, Andy. How are you?
All right. How are you?
Good. I'm on speaker. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I'm on speaker. Can you hear me okay?
I can. My name is Ann. I've just got a few questions for you.
Wear it out.
Okay. As long as you and Jody Sue were together, now granted you had 2 children, but you never got married.
Yeah.
And you've been with Becca now for a year. What makes you so certain that you're ready to get married at this point?
It just seems, it feels right. We get along good. I mean, we have disagreements. We've not had no fights. We've not had no arguments, really. She's been here through all this shit show.
So she's been there through all this mess and ain't run off.
Now, I'm not saying that it's that. Me and Jody Sue had 26 years. It's just that they was just so much toxic shit that
I hear you.
supposedly
Okay,
I
well, that's my
was
next
always
question.
up to something, and I couldn't live being the one always up to something.
Okay, well, that leads me to my next question. Have you guys or do you guys plan to try to get a TRO for your protection and hers?
What's a TRO?
Like a temporary restraining order for you and Becca against Jody Sue?
We don't need that. We live 3 hours away from her.
Yeah, I don't need that. I don't live around there no more.
Okay, so you're far enough. You don't think she's like going to stalk y'all or give you any problems?
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter. She's been doing it the whole time, or having people do it the whole time that I've been gone anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
I'm just hoping that eventually she'll just, back off and just let him see his daughter and let him be able to have a relationship with her.
Right. Well, that's everybody's hopes for her. I mean, that's what's fair to the child. It's not really about anybody but her at this point. And my last question is, and Jody has made several comments about, Andy knew that all this abuse was going on over there, and he never said anything to anybody. He never reported it, and I didn't know until right up before I left there. Do you have anything you'd like to say about that?
Okay. At parts and time of it, I thought stuff had been reported.
Okay.
I mean, the DCS had been in and out over there, I'm pretty sure, a time or two.
Right.
So, I mean, you get to a certain point, you don't know what to do.
Right. Right. Well, she made it sound like, of course, she has to manipulate and, make everything sound worse than it is and drop everything like, 1 minute it's a certain way and the next minute it's another, so she just, threw this blanket statement out that, you knew the whole entire time that all 3 of the Wells kids were being abused and you never said anything to her until 3 days before she's ready to leave Beach Creek, and then she finds out that you've been keeping all this from her. And
well, she didn't leave Beach Creek till September the 6th. I'd done been gone since like July something.
Okay. So you knew there was CPS that had been involved in the with the Wells.
Yeah.
But for Jody to sit and say that you knew all this abuse was going on and she had absolutely no clue
she had
this
clue.
was happening.
She had clue,
Okay. All right. Well, that's what I wanted to ask because I kind of thought so. So that's all the questions I had for you, and I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay, I'm trying to answer that. Hello?
Hi, Andy.
How you doing?
Hello, Becca.
Hello.
I have a question. If you can imagine just for a moment that Candace had something to do, anything at all, with someone disappearing, would it be possible in your mind that under those circumstances that Jody Sutter could have helped her cover for it?
Honestly, no. I don't think she would have covered for him.
All right. Thank you, and y'all have a blessed evening.
You too.
You too. Thank you for calling. Any more callers? There we go. Hello?
Hi, is this Andy?
Yes, it is. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing, Andy?
Doing all right.
So, I had a couple questions.
Okay.
So one of my first questions is, did you hear when Candace said that she wanted to tell what happened when she was really drunk one night?
No, sir. I've not immersed myself into the videos and all the videos that's been made over the past 14, 16 months. I've not seen all that.
Do you think that Dawn knows?
I'm pretty sure probably anybody on that hill that was there that day knows. The boys, the grandma, the mom, the dad. I'd say the whole clan right there knows, but, at least the majority of them, at least.
And did you see either one of them that day?
I seen both of them after I got home that evening.
Oh, okay. So you saw them both that evening. Was that because everybody was searching?
Yes.
What were they doing when you saw them? Like, were they just? I mean, were they searching? What were they doing?
Talking to the law after mainly a few minutes. Yeah, I mean, when I seen Candace, she was either going in or out. When I seen Donnie, he'd come in shortly after I did. I don't remember if I was at my driveway or where I seen him, but yeah.
So were they at the top of the hill?
No, I was at the bottom of the hill when I seen Candace, and I'm pretty sure I was at the bottom of the hill somewhere when I seen Donnie.
And you never went up to the top?
I went up toward the top that day, yes.
What was their demeanor like? I mean, there's been reports that people were just sitting on the back of trucks and things like that. Is that true? Did you see any of that?
I didn't see nobody sitting on the back of trucks or nothing. There was people sitting in and out the holler on the back of trucks and stuff like that. But they was standing around up there kind of freaked out, talking to the law, talking to this person, talking to that person. And then I went back off the hill, so.
Did you see it? Did Candace ever leave, like, in her car? Did you notice?
Like after the police got there, after everybody was looking?
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Gotcha. Yeah, what a strange day that was. One of the big questions that I've always wondered is in the interview with Chris McDonough where Hunter says the name Andy. Is he referring to you?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's referring to me. There's like 4 different Andys involved in all this.
Oh, okay. That because I mean he literally says something with an A and then he says Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's but you don't know if he's mentioning you or not. You didn't see him that day?
No, I didn't see Hunter that day.
Have you met him before?
Who, Hunter? Yeah, I've met Hunter before.
Yeah, I think it's such a strange story how everything has come together and with almost no information whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's strange how it. I'd lived down there all my life, on and off, and nothing like this had ever happened. And my parents was raised down there, and nothing like this had ever happened that we can think of. So yeah,
What do you think? I mean, can I just ask you to speculate for a second? What do you think happened?
What I think happened? I really don't. I try not to think too much of what happened, but in an opinion, or it had to be. I don't know. I really don't know. I went through every kind of thought a man could have of what could have happened. I mean, it could have been an accident, then they panicked. It could have been on purpose.
Yeah. Do you think that they're the kind of people that would do that? I mean, I know that's, reaching, but, it doesn't seem like they like the law very much. I mean, they've been in trouble with the law in and out.
Yeah.
Do you think that an accident cover-up, I mean, is that something that you personally think that they would do?
I mean, I honestly don't know them well enough to know what they're capable of. I just know they're capable of not taking care of their children to a certain extent, making them fight over food. Well, not making them, but allowing them to fight over food. Why would you tear a piece of a trailer down to make your house smaller when you're getting more kids?
Right. And so, but you don't think that she was abducted? That Summer was abducted?
Do I think she was abducted? Sorry. I mean, there's always that possibility. I mean, there really is. There's always that possibility. I don't know for fact.
Yeah, but just it's like an outside possibility, probably. I mean, because you said that you think that somebody on the hill knows, and I do too, which would indicate that that wouldn't be an abduction. I mean, is it is there any possible way, like, you know, Don's been accused of selling or trying to sell his Don Jr. years back. Is that something that you could see him doing?
See, I didn't know nothing about none of that until after the fact. So, I mean, if he was capable of possibly trying to do it before, then why couldn't he be possibly capable of doing it now? So, I mean, I really don't know.
Was that anything? Did you ever hear any rumblings of that going on around Ben Hill Road or anything like that? Were there a lot of strange people that would visit, or, you know?
There was always strange people in and out over there, but not at my house. Nobody come visit me but my family, if them. I mean, I don't know. Pretty much in small communities like that, you respect your elders and you respect the children. You take care of them. Because that's the beginning and the end, you know?
Right.
They can't take care of themselves when they're real young like that, and they can't take care of themselves when they get old. So you respect your elders and you take care of the children.
So you not witnessed, but you knew that they weren't possibly taking care of the children properly?
I seen it. I seen the two older boys fighting over food one night.
Because they were hungry?
Well, why would you be fighting over food? Unless you was hungry
sometimes
or
kids
just didn't have enough food.
Fight, you know? I mean, it's like, oh, here's the last piece of cake. There's a difference between the last piece of cake and give me that, I'm hungry.
Well, if you got two kids on one bowl of chicken noodle soup, I mean, it's pretty much a fight over who can get the last noodle or how fast you can suck that noodle down to where you can get the last noodle or how much you can get in at one time, you know?
Right. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty.
You know, you sit in the lunchroom. You ever sit in a lunchroom and you see these kids sitting in the lunchroom and they're huddled over their plate and they're spooning their food in real quick. And then you get older and you get older and you get older and you're still in a public eating situation with people and you see these people that sit down and they're just shoving the food in. You know, they've either been in the military because they got to eat fast, or they've been starved to death as children, or early on somebody's tried to take their food. You see it in jail. You see it in. I pay attention to stuff like that, but yeah.
Do you think that Jody Sue heard the scream?
I always get asked that. I'm saying my kids said they heard the scream, so I don't understand. I would say, yeah, there was probably a scream.
You didn't hear a scream, though? You weren't home?
I didn't arrive home till after 6:30 or so, somewhere up in there.
By the time you got home, were the cops already on the hill?
No, I'm pretty sure they was coming in shortly after me.
Wow. Because so they say that she went missing just like a few minutes just before you got home, right?
I mean, evidently.
That's what so the 911 call was stamped at 6:34, and on the 911 call it said that, you know, Candace had went for a walk. Did you see Candace walking around that place a lot?
No, not really.
So I mean, do you think that was just a ruse? Like, I mean, she's saying that she went for a walk, and I'm just asking you know these questions, just, you know, because you're closer to the situation. But
yeah,
when she said that, you know, he advised that the mother went for a walk, that Candace would normally do.
I mean, I never really seen her out just on the evening walk.
Right.
you don't normally drink the better part of a bottle of R&R and go on the evening stroll to get some exercise, you know?
Right. For sure. No, I understand that. Um, so was Don home when you got home?
I seen him come in after me.
Okay, so do you know if he got there before the cops?
I can't really remember. I mean, honestly, I've probably answered that at some point in time on one of the videos or somebody's panel. I'm pretty sure I came in, he came in shortly after me, and then the law showed up.
What's the opinion around town? I mean, I know you're not there anymore, but I mean, is there a favorite opinion of what had happened?
Pretty much the consensus is they had to have something to do with it. I mean, that's pretty much what I hear everybody say, that, you know.
Do you think Don's a career criminal?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, you know, it'd be hard to put something past. So, well, what about Candace? Who do you know better? Which one do you know better?
I don't know neither one of them. I had very little dealings with them, and then I wasn't friends with them, so I don't know them neither real well. I know them well enough to. I know them well enough to know that I didn't want to hang out with them then, and I'm not going to hang out with them now, and I wasn't going to hang out with them then. So,
did you know of Don selling dope or anything?
No, not that I know of.
Yeah. Just real quick, and I'll let you go here. Tim Mullen. Do you know anything? What do you know about Tim Mullen?
Refresh my memory. Who is Tim Mullen? Is that the dude from the church?
The media manager for the Wells.
See, I don't know him. I mean, I don't know none of.
Right.
See, I mean, I didn't associate with anybody. Yeah, that road was my family, but I didn't hang out with none of them. I didn't talk to the Wells every day, hang out with them, drink a beer, smoke with them, or nothing like that. I tried to be neighborly that way. You know, you got to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And
did you ever have a confrontation with Don or anything over the years?
No, we pretty much kept to our hill. They kept to their hill. But no.
Jody Sue one time had mentioned something about some trail cams. You know anything about those?
We had trail cams.
Somebody fidgeting with trail cams?
We had trail cams there shortly around that time, yeah, but I don't know if they would be in anything on there. The only thing that might be on there is the dispute that I went the day I left between me and her.
Sorry. She claims that possibly that somebody tampered with them. And she assumes that it was Don. Is there any evidence, or do you have any knowledge of that whatsoever?
No, I mean, I don't know of anything being tampered with, messed with, but I didn't check the cameras. I didn't watch the cameras. I didn't look at the videos. She did all that.
Right. And so is I don't care about the dispute between the two of you or your past relationship, but when the information that she's talking about, Summer, how credible is it? I mean, is she to be believed, or is everything that she's saying false, or is it a mixture of both?
I don't know that I want to answer that. I mean, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that one.
I respect that, and I appreciate you taking my phone call as well.
Well, no problem. You have a great night.
All All right, Andy. You too. Take care.
Thank you. All right, people. Anybody else want to call? What have I missed in the comments? Hello.
Hey, Andy.
How you doing?
All right. How are you?
Doing all right.
I was going to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
About Summer. The night before, when you said you seen Summer before she went missing, where was she at? Was she at home? Did she act normal? Or did she act sick?
I mean, she was at home. Yeah, she acted as normal as always.
Okay. Did you ever witness Dawn and Candace being mean to her or hitting on her or anything like that? Like, what would you have thought that maybe they would have hurt her on purpose? Like, did you ever see anything that made you suspicious of that?
No, I never did see him hit any of them. Usually you just from hill to hill hollering at them or screaming at them.
Yeah. Did it seem like Summer was their baby, like their favorite, or did she seem like she babied a lot? Like, I mean, they said she was the baby. Did it seem like she was? It's a tomboy.
Yeah, I mean, she was kind of tomboyish, but she was, she was the youngest. She was baby kind of, but yeah. I don't know about the favorite thing. Like I said, I wasn't over there enough to really know.
Okay. I just want to know, did you ever witness, did you ever have suspicions about Candace and the H boy, the boy that was with Candace that day? I don't want to say his name.
Yeah. Once again, I keep going back to the comment that I didn't hang out around them enough to know, but they was always, I've always heard and seen younger guys going in and out off the hill and staying and hanging around and stuff like that. Yeah.
Did you ever take Candace as, and I know you're not, as a mean person, like a real, and Grandma as like a mean person?
Well, see, I never did talk to Grandma that much, but yeah, I mean, Candace kind of seemed like a ill ass, especially drinking and stuff.
Right. Chaos, frustration, about people coming in from out of town, being, like that, causing a ruckus. And I can understand where you say nothing like that's ever happened. I'm from this area too. And there's no such thing as cornbread mafia and all that stuff. But I just, I've watched Candace a lot on YouTube, and she don't seem to be as concerned, in my opinion, as what a mother should be. And that's just my opinion for a baby that's missing. Did you ever see them searching for her at all? Either one of them?
Not really, not honestly. I mean, they just honestly didn't, to me, seem that concerned or like, I don't know.
No, not nothing like if your sissy was to went missing.
Oh, if Sissy went missing, I would have hunted to the end of the earth and burned everything between there and there down.
Right, you wouldn't have been acting like they had. Like, I was told, I don't know how true it was, that when EquuSearch came out, that they were upset with EquuSearch. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I've heard.
That they was?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about them.
Was you upset with them?
No, I didn't care. I mean, everybody searched my property and stuff.
See, that's been a misconception that's been going around, that you all wouldn't let them search your property. So that's not true, right?
No, they searched anything and everything. They was in the houses, the buildings, everything.
Okay. Do you, and this is the last question, and I'll let you go. Do you think that they hid that baby somewhere, in your opinion, up on that mountain somewhere?
I'm thinking, If they'd have hid the little girl somewhere down there, if they'd have hid somewhere down there somewhere, they would have found her by now. Somebody would have found her. Somebody would have thrown them under the bus.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get away with shit like that with kids. You don't.
No, that's true. I don't blame you. I think that same way. Well, I thank you for talking to me, and I hope you do get to see your daughter. I call my daughter Sissy too, so that shows me you got a strong connection with her. So I hope that you and Jody can work that out, and you can hopefully see her one day and get along and stuff.
Yeah, hopefully we can work something out.
I appreciate you talking to me.
No problem. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Which I made a comment to her.
I'm back. I'm just not in the camera type of mood tonight for some reason. So do we got anybody else that wants to call in, ask any questions, say anything?
Shoot shit.
Shoot the shit, hang out. Hello?
Hi, it's me again. We just talked.
Did you forget something?
No, not really. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to take up too much of your time. But if the lines are open, I do have a couple. Yeah, we can ask a couple more questions if that's okay.
Yeah, we got one more calling in. Ask you a couple questions. That way we can get to everybody tonight.
Sure. So, what do you think should happen to the people that are involved in this case? That have, I mean, what is a punishment that fits the crime of this little girl going missing?
Punishment that fits the crime of the little girl missing. I don't know.
You know, say it's an accident cover up. You know, say hypothetically that she's deceased.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Sorry.
It sounded like something fell out of the tree out here, and I didn't know if it was a bear crawling around or a raccoon or a possum or...
Well, that's terrifying. One more question. Have you been interviewed by the police, TBI, or FBI?
Yes, all three.
How many times do you think total?
A few, I don't know, more than once.
By each agency or at the same time?
TBI showed up at my work and questioned me. I talked to TBI, FBI, and Hawkins County at my house 2 or 3 times over, 2 or 3 days after, Summer went missing.
Right.
So yeah, I spoke with
job on the investigation.
Now do what?
Do you think that they're doing an adequate job on the investigation?
No, not honestly. I mean, it looks like by this point in time, they would have somebody charged for something.
What is that? Is that why you think? I mean, or are there specific incidents that you know of that you can't say?
Well, no, I'm just stating. At some point in time, looked like in a year to me that somebody should have been held accountable for something.
Gotcha.
Negligence, something. But hey, we got the phone lines blowing up.
All right, man. Take care.
No problem. Have a good night.
Take care. Thank you.
How you doing tonight?
Hey, Yundy, how you doing? I'm going to keep it quick.
Oh, you're good. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, hanging in there. So quick question. What vehicle were you driving the night that you came home from work?
One more time?
What were you driving the night you came home from work?
I'm not too sure, but it was either the truck or the Silver Soul.
So you don't recall what vehicle you drove the night that Summer went missing when you got home from work?
No, I really don't, honestly. I'm pretty sure it was the car.
Okay, and what did Jody Sue drive? What was she driving at that time? Could she drive? Did she have her license? Was she able to drive?
She didn't have a license, but she drove, but I don't think she was driving that day.
Okay. Is she on type of like, to go to the doctor, she's allowed to drive, things like that, or she just couldn't drive, period?
She don't have a license.
Okay. I know some places allow you to, drive at certain times.
She's never had a license.
Pardon me?
She's never had a license.
Oh, she never had a license. Okay. And the other thing I wanted to ask you is the other caller was just mentioning about Candace walking. When she did come to your house, did she ever walk down there during the day, or did she always drive? Do you recall her ever walking to your house just to maybe come down for a few minutes to see Jody Sue? Did she ever do that?
I never seen Candace really walk to my house. Donnie would ride the dirt bikes up to the house and tear the dogs up. So, I didn't have them coming over to the house very much. I'd go over there. They could call me.
Right. And one other quick question. If you had to describe that night that you came home, if you can go, try to take your mind back to that, pulling into Ben Hill, is there anything you thought maybe, we know the obvious, of course, you find out there's a missing child, but was there anything you thought from some people that maybe was off? Like, I would think that, everybody would be crying, hysterical. Did you think anybody was acting like Dawn immediately felt like it was an abduction? Like, did he seem hysterical, like it tears you, or was he just like, nah, this is an abduction right away, right off?
I mean, they was both emotional, but a couple days after, it was just like nothing.
Like nothing?
Like, I know of them shopping for Bluetooth speakers a couple days after that.
Really? A Bluetooth speaker. Interesting. And so you saw them a couple of days after she was gone. Obviously, you were talking with them and you just felt that they were just like calm?
Pretty much.
Now, did Jody Sue come over to see them? Did you go up to the house to, bring food? Some people do that. They offered you need anything, or...
Repeat that one more time. My phone cut out.
Did Jody Sue go up to the house and check on Candace, see how she was doing? What can I do for you? Anything like that? Or did you guys kind of just stay away from the house and just mind your own business?
No, I mean, we asked them if there was anything we could do and stuff for them, I think. Now, I don't know. I didn't go to work for a couple days after, but after that, I don't really know because I went back to work.
Right. Oh, that's right. Okay, you didn't go to work the very next day, though, correct?
Yeah, I was sticking around. Well, I don't know. I think it was a couple days after, but I was just sticking around, make sure everything was all right. Still letting people look through stuff, you know. That way, I was on property if anybody needed me.
Okay. So if Jody Sue couldn't drive, do you think if you were at work all day and she needs something, do you think it was possible she would call Candace up to take her to the store, who
No.
would take her around during the day when you were gone? She couldn't drive.
No, she'd take herself around if she had the car. She kept the car there pretty much all the time. I usually had a truck. I had a truck and a Jeep I could drive. So she had the car there pretty much all the time unless I just decided to take it if she didn't need it. Wasn't planning on going.
Okay. Did she have a new, what car did she have?
The Silver Soul.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I don't want to keep it too much tonight. Thank you for taking my call.
No problem. Have a good night. Thank you for calling.
Andy.
Oh, hey, Darkest Duchess. She tried to call it. Sorry to call it this.
Okay. Cromer. Hello.
Hi, Andy.
How are you?
All right, I called you earlier. Can you help me with Jody Sue having? Yes, this is.
You still there? Okay.
The cameras. Why did Jody Sue have cameras?
We put them down there to watch for people going in and out on the Jackie Dobbs thing. I don't remember when we got the cameras, to be honest. I mean, I don't think they was there the day of Jackie Dobbs because we didn't have the pictures of that. Have you got poor cell phone service, or can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I appreciate you answering my question.
No problem.
Good night.
Hello.
Hey, Andy.
How you doing?
Good. I have a couple questions.
Okay.
On that day, Summer went missing. What's your gut telling you?
What do you mean? What's my gut telling me?
What do you think happened?
Well, I mean, I really don't know. I've thought about everything that happened, but I think it lies on them over there. I think they had something to do with it.
And why is that?
Because it's a rural area and it's never happened before. I got a question for you right now.
Sure.
What's your name, bud?
Chris?
McDonough?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I thought that was your voice. I'm pretty good with voices.
Well, there you go. So, what do you think would have happened?
What do you mean? What do you think would have happened?
Yeah,
That's
well,
that's kind of one of them what if questions, Chris.
No, I respect that. But there's a lot of what if here, don't you agree?
Oh yeah. If ifs and buts was candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas, wouldn't we?
That's right. We can all wait for Santa Claus at the right time.
Oh yeah.
But I think you mentioned a little bit ago, I was listening, that the folks up on the holler there, up on the hill, they know. What do you mean by that?
I mean, in my opinion, out of all the years that people have lived down there, they have never been a child went missing. So to me, In places like that, growing up there my whole life, they have always been a code. You take care of your elders, you take care of the kids. You respect both. I don't think nobody in that area would have snatched up and hurt a little kid. I just don't know that they did it intentionally over there. You know, it might have been an accidental situation. They panicked and then they had to do something. But I don't know.
Sure. Oh, and you know what? I don't disagree with you, my friend. Anything is possible, right? I mean, people panic.
Oh yeah, people panic.
You know, one of the things that's kind of always shot with me, and you tell me what you're thinking, is this idea that Candace had, you know, one night she was pretty well wasted. And she got up there and said that she wants to tell everybody what really happened. I mean, how do you interpret that?
To me, that sounds like she's wanting to tell the truth.
Okay. So do you think there's more to the story then?
I have no clue. There's probably, well, I mean, I know there's a lot more to the story because we don't know what happened to Summer. We don't know where Summer's at. So, I mean, there's a lot more to the story that nobody knows. I don't know. You don't know. The whole World Wide Web don't know.
Well, we both can agree that 5-year-olds just don't vanish, right?
Nope.
And would you think that, well, she walked away?
In my opinion, if she walked away, they'd have done found her in the woods within a couple hours that day. Riley.
And you grew up there all your life, right?
Oh yeah.
So it wouldn't be far-fetched to think then if she was last seen in the house, that's probably where she should be found, in the house, right?
You would think that if she was last seen going into the house, that's where she would be, yeah.
Okay, and she's not in that house. You and I both know that. So that only leads to a couple of ideas. Who else was around her? Why would Hunter bring your name up into this? And I don't know if it was you. He just said Andy, right? How did you get involved in this through his years?
The only involvement in this I had is what Jody Sue has shoved me into, and that they got a little bit of weed off of me. That's the only involvement I had in this.
Sure. What were the what line of questioning was TBI and the law asking? What were they asking?
I honestly don't remember, sir.
Okay, no problem. What do you feel Don knows about this?
Well, I mean, he's the father. He might have no knowledge of it, or he might have all knowledge of it. I don't know. I really don't know. I've not talked to him since really right after all this happened. When I left, I've not spoke with nobody.
Mm-hmm. And you saw him buying a Bluetooth speaker or something, I just heard?
I seen one of them in a store somewhere, and they was on the phone or something, and they was talking. It was him talking to Candace about a Bluetooth speaker he was trying to find.
Did you go to the store with him, or did you just happen to be in the same store?
Happened to be in the same store.
That's kind of coincidental, right?
No. Usually I seen him about every day or every other day at the Priceless in Kingsport buying food, beer, or cigarettes or something.
Sure. So would you consider yourselves friends or just acquaintances?
No. Neighbors, acquaintances.
Just neighbors?
Yeah, I didn't go over. I didn't drink a beer. I didn't hang out. I didn't, ride town with him. Let's go have a beer at the bar. Let's go out to eat. No, they wasn't no fishing trips or nothing like that. I didn't hang out with nobody.
Okay, that's fair enough. How about grandma? What do you know about her?
I really didn't talk to Grandis.
What do you know about her?
That she was an old lady that lived in the camper. That's pretty much it. And that she was her mom.
Well, that's kind of vague.
I mean, that's the relationship I had. That's the relationship I had with them. I've learned more since I've been gone and moved away from them than I did when I lived next to them.
Sure. And what about Candace? What do you know about her?
I mean, not a whole lot. She just seemed like a drunk.
Is that your assessment of her, or just? I mean, when you saw her, was she always drunk?
Yeah, pretty much. Every time I seen any of them, they was drunk or getting drunk, working on it.
Just alcohol? Any drugs involved?
I mean, the only thing I ever seen was alcohol and weed.
Just dope, pot. No cocaine?
Nope.
No.
No. I've heard of him going to Knoxville to smoke crack, but I never did. I never did see him smoking crack, having meth, any of that.
Oh, was that the story where he went up and sold $2,000 worth of crack or something to that effect back in the day?
No, like he used to run off every few weekends or so and disappear and smoke crack, is what she'd say.
Mm-hmm. How was Don around women?
How was what?
How was Don around women?
I really was not around him enough around any women. You could hear them over there arguing and fussing. So other than that, I don't really know.
He talks about the holler up there being a big drug area, and Lawson does too, the sheriff. Is that a big drug area?
A lot of rural areas are drug. I mean, it's not a big drug area, no. I mean, it everywhere around in rural areas have drug activity usually, but I mean, the most of the people that live in that holler is older people. That don't do drugs.
Don make it sound like it's a big drug area, though. I mean, the day Summer went missing, I mean, shortly thereafter, he was on YouTube talking about all the druggies.
Well, I mean,
it's kind of an insult to the holler, doesn't it? Sound like that way?
I mean, it is an insult to the holler, but I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it. And I mean, if people get offended by it, I mean, I smoke pot. I don't drink. Very seldom do I drink. So, I mean, I know of a couple dope heads in the holler, but that don't include me. So,
sure.
But let's move on to some more calls. You want to?
Yeah, no, I respect that. Hey, can we circle back and maybe you and I can talk offline?
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Okay, I appreciate that. I respect that. And thanks for taking my call. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, man. Talk later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Choo! Hook me in. Hook me in. Oh, give me just a minute, people. Hello?
Hi, Eddie.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Front porch sitting.
I hear you. Okay, first off, I would like to say I hope you get to see your daughter. Second, I want to congratulate you and Becca and hope you have a great life. Third, I would like to say, and I'm sure you may know this, beware of Chris McDonough.
Oh, I understand that. I've heard it.
Yeah, he's a snake in my opinion. You take it for what it's worth. Beware. If you talk to him one-on-one, record him or have somebody there listening.
Oh, I know. I understand.
All right. Much success and luck to you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Good night.
Have a good night. Well, that was a quick in and out. Call right back if you just called in and I missed you. What justice is wrong? We ain't trying to have shit. Hello? Yes.
I'm going to quick ask my question, brother, and then I'll take my answer off the air. It's good to see you. It's AB, and I'm wondering, looking through your history, what was the Schedule 2 drug you were charged with? Why was cannabis reallocated? Or if you guys are claiming that you only delved into cannabis and whatnot historically, why were you charged with a Schedule 2 drug only? Thanks.
What the hell?
Oh, that was AB. He just wanted to state that so I can answer it. Schedule 2. That was something that they found in her purse. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's tramadol, Valium, what exactly that was. That one.
Hello.
Hello. Hang on one second.
Alrighty.
I'm not too sure what the Schedule 2 was. I didn't have no Schedule 2 on me. That was something that they found out of a bottle in the house. Okay. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for calling.
I'm doing all right. How about you guys?
Doing all right.
Good. I've been listening to your show. You're getting like lots of questions, probably a lot of repeat questions and stuff. So what I'm going to ask you, hopefully you haven't already been asked. But I was listening to what's her face the other day, and she was talking about that kidnapping that didn't happen, and did they take the wrong one because the driveways are so close? What's up with that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
See, I have no clue. Neither one of my children has ever been almost kidnapped or attempted kidnapped or anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's some crazy stuff to say. You would think you would know about that, right? I mean, there's a lot of speculation that goes along with her saying that.
I've got some speculation.
Is this some kind of payback? Is this some kind of, tribute Summer was given in lieu of one of your children? It's pretty serious.
Yeah, see, I don't understand that myself. I've been trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I bet you have. All right, so I have a couple more questions. I went to school out in Virginia, in the mountains, and Franklin County, moonshine capital of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so when I started school out there, like orientation, they told us, don't go off the grounds here. You could get shot at, right? Because, it's moonshine country.
Yeah.
And it's true, because I did go off the grounds, and, we wandered here and there. We went rooting one time, truck flipped that, the folks, what end it was, they wouldn't even let
us go back and help our friends. They did let the law get back there to help them, but it was very controlled.
Oh yeah.
Is it like that out there, like where you grew up? Like you don't go wandering on somebody else's land, you can get shot at?
Well, if you're okay, I say this like this. I pretty much could wander down through there and it didn't matter. Now, this was 15 years ago, 20 years ago. So, you know, at that point in time, pretty much everybody down through there was relatives or family owned property or something like that. So you could wander. I mean, if you don't go acting stupid or trying to steal something, there's not going to be, you know, you might get asked what you want or what you're doing there, but if you have a purpose and you're not trying to steal from nobody, then you won't have a problem.
Right.
But, I mean, but it in the past 20 years, that place has calmed down what it used to be.
Well, like I was just thinking, you know, just like from my own experiences in the hills, I know, and I've put myself in some bad spots, and I've seen some folks be in some bad spots, and I'm just wondering, like with Little Summer, I know that there was some ruckus going on the night before. You know, I just, you know, it's out there about, you know, pulling in somebody's way. You know, there's been some talk about that area being sketch in that kind of way, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to it, but I'm just trying to get, you know, figure out if that's how it is, which everybody's fine. You know, nobody got really hurt when I was out there, but you didn't mess around on people's land unless you were with somebody, like you said, like you, from there.
Yeah.
Like, and you were cool, everything was cool, but if you're just wandering around and they're looking for somebody not cool, like, was when all the cops and the TBI, I don't know, I would just think with the little girl missing. And so that was, you know, just speculating that.
Yeah.
I have another question too. So, not to and they were getting rid of her. What's around there, like, you know, yeah, if she's out in the woods, I think she would have been found, but where do you think that they would have gone to get rid of her body? I mean, or to dispose of her, or to hide her? Where do you think they would have gone?
So, I mean, I really don't know.
Well, see, then you have thought about it. There you go. everybody speculates on what they think they would do. I'm not calling you a creep like you
Oh, I
did,
know.
but all right. Well, thank you for answering my call. Y'all have a good night.
You too. Thank you for calling.
Whoa.
Okay.
One more thing. You
Yeah.
were talking about when I answered the phone about the Schedule 2
Yeah.
drug. So you're saying it's like some pill that maybe wasn't prescribed to y'all that was in a bottle there or something at your house?
See,
Is that what you did?
I don't know exactly what the Schedule 2 is because I don't know what it was that was in the house. I know that at some point in time we was prescribed tramadol, and I know we had Valium and Xanax. So I don't know what it was.
So probably something that you didn't have a current prescription.
Hey, honestly, I don't doubt that they didn't fucking just find something in the house and didn't know what it was and just said it was this. That way they could charge me for something bigger.
Alright, so there's nothing you can't think of exactly. Well, you didn't ask him? I mean, your lawyer and stuff didn't be like, let's bid this down so he doesn't have that on his record? And that this was prescribed to her for a toothache, 20 years ago, or his mama
I mean, I can't.
something?
It's been like 12 years ago. I probably did know what it is. She's got my motion to discovery papers. Ask her what it is.
Oh, snap. Alright. Well, does Jody like to drink? She a big drinker?
I don't know about now.
Well, you said you didn't drink very much. I mean, would she wash it up?
I mean, everybody drinks at a certain point, but I don't know in the past 14 months. So she didn't drink very much when I was around.
You think she's sipping on that scissor? Does she like to make that?
I don't know. Does anybody know where any scissor is at?
Well, I mean, come on, man. People do weird stuff.
Oh, I know. People do a lot of crazy shit.
You got people shooting at people back in the day over, stills. You don't think that, same folks would, take some cough syrup and mix up some elixir?
I'm going to put this out there like this. There's a big difference between adult shit and a kid running up on some stupid shit. I don't give a fuck and how twacked out you are. I don't think you're going to fucking hurt a kid. Nah.
I agree, but if you,
except for them weirdos that like doing the kid shit.
I like to have a good time and stuff like that, but I got youngins, right? That I have to take care of. So I've got to make sure that, services are cool, that they can't get to anything, that they can't get to anything. You got to be responsible because I'm an adult, right? But when people are lushed up all the time and they're just living all willy-nilly, they may not be thinking about that, where a youngin could get into something weird, If you've got stuff hanging around there all the time, and you get used to it, you get desensitized. That's what another thing I'm thinking in my mind. It's a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially if Candace likes to, I could see it. I could see that happening. Somebody's making a batch of some kitchen sink stuff, I don't know. You know them better than me. I don't know them at all. And you said that you don't know much at all yourself. So right?
Yeah, it's one of those things that I drove into, and then I found out a whole bunch of shit over the past year and 14 months or whatever it's been that I've learned a lot of shit.
Those people living across from you that whole time with your youngins getting raised up.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. And then, well, let me ask you this too. The vibe that you catch from people, like one time I had a situation at my house, right? But I had some weed at my house. And the cops came in my house, and it wasn't for the weed. It was for somebody who was acting like a fool, right?
Yeah.
But me, even though I wasn't part of the situation, I got all geeky and was like, oh my God, what if they find the weed? I was paranoid about the weed, right?
Yeah.
So then I was thinking were Candace and Dawn acting like they were in trouble? wigged out, or were they acting like their daughter was missing wigged out? Like, I feel like you would catch a vibe, like the difference. Like,
I mean, they was honestly acting like they was freaked out that their daughter was missing. I mean, I didn't feel that they knew anything necessarily at that point in time. So, I mean,
you didn't catch the vibe like, ooh, they done did something.
Nah, honestly,
like, oh gosh, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, it was the sentiment of panic, but it kind of vanished pretty quick, I thought.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of odd.
Yeah, just kind of odd.
I think it's a real shame about Summer. I think about her every day, and I just think that she is just adorable little precious thing, and I just, it really hurts my heart if anybody were to have hurt her. She needs to be laid to rest and treated with respect now. We need to find out what's going on, just for the sake that she needs a proper burial and some respect. I just think that her life was not, she wasn't treated very respectful, and I just hope that, anything that anybody would know or think that could be a possibility and to lead that way, that's what I pray that will happen. And anybody affected by this, I'm sure it's just horrifying, it'd be an innocent bystander to all this stuff. It's just really scary. So,
oh yeah, it's terrifying.
I pray for you guys too,
Well, I appreciate it.
All right, y'all have a good night.
You too. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, dear.
Bye-bye. Do we got any more callers, people? I'm about to close her down here shortly.
We're just doing a short live tonight. We got a long drive tomorrow. Karma, you got something to ask? Go ahead and call in.
Hello, hello.
Hey,
How you doing?
this is Jeannie.
How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Chilling.
I just wanted to ask, I've heard that something about a taco bar.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what we're going to have for the wedding.
Oh my gosh, what is going on here tonight? Like, I heard a whole interview and then some other stuff, and
yeah, it gets kind of crazy in here sometimes.
I know. Well, I just wanted to tell y'all good luck. I don't know if I'll hear from you for your wedding and everything. I want to tell y'all good luck, and
I appreciate it.
Awesome, and good luck next week, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, hopefully I can figure something out Tuesday. See, Sissy.
Okay. Well, you let me know if you need anything.
All right, I will do.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, have a good night.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Oh, my hands are shaking. Oh. Hello? Hello?
Andy?
Yes?
Hey, Andy.
How you doing?
Just have a comment. Why don't you ask, hey, Andy?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Why don't you ask Justice for All why he put a minor child's picture on YouTube? Kylie. Why don't you ask him why he posted that on his YouTube page and why he is still getting clicks off a minor child's picture? Ask him about that. He's in your chat.
Yeah.
Ask him why he's still getting clicks off a minor child's photo. Ask him, because he's still getting money off her picture.
Well, he just heard that, so maybe when you
Yes,
hop off,
ask
he
him
can
why
call
he's
in.
still getting money off a minor child's picture. A deceased minor child's picture.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know what that was. Has anybody else got anything? Ooh la la lashes. What? Hello?
Hey Andy, it's Fizzle.
How you doing, Fizzle?
I'm alright. I just wanted to say thank you for my blue jean breeches in your chat. I think that Jody Sue's gonna think they look real nice. In my opinion, allegedly.
Yeah,
That's all I wanted to say. Hope y'all have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
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 Hello? Ah, hold on. What is it doing? There it goes. Hello?
Hi, Andy.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right.
Good. I just had a quick question for you. I was wondering if you thought that Jody Sue and Don ever had anything going on.
I honestly have no clue. I heard some stuff after the fact here recently, but anything before, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of been alluded to. Okay, well, I thank you. I appreciate you so much. Y'all have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I missed a phone call. Somebody call.
Whoever called from Indiana.
Hello?
Hey, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Scott.
How you doing, Scott? I thought that was you.
Yeah. If you do get the opportunity, if everything works out for you on Tuesday, which I hope that it does, could you do me and 338 other people a favor?
What's that?
Tell your precious daughter that they ain't none of us out here trying to target, terrorize, and eat her.
I will do so.
That we generally have an interest in her well-being, and I think it's just been extremely damaging for her to sit and listen to one person tell her something that's completely opposite from what 340 of us actually think of.
Oh, I know. I don't understand it myself.
I know you don't.
It looks like she would remember before the bad. It looks like she would remember some of the good before the bad.
Right.
So.
Well, I honestly believe that she will if she ever gets that opportunity, and hopefully she gets that opportunity very, very soon.
Yeah, me too.
But that's all I wanted to say. Just let her know that, we ain't out there trying to eat nobody or damage nobody, or not, and you know that.
I know.
You know that. But you and Becca take care, and if I don't holler at you before Tuesday, I wish you the best of luck.
Well, I appreciate it, Scott. You have a good night. Thank you for calling.
Okay, buddy. We'll see.
Hello.
Hey there, Andy.
I just wanted to congratulate you on the upcoming and your bride to be.
Thank you.
Dance a dance with her on your wedding night. Every year of your marriage, dance a dance together.
Oh yeah.
And always remember, why you two are together. I'm emotional. But Andy, you've been through so much. And her too. And I'm praying for you every night.
Thank you.
And God bless both of you. And I was going to ask you, do you like fried green tomato sandwiches?
I like fried green tomatoes, but I ain't never had a. Well, actually, yeah, they was the pizza place I worked at had a thing called the Noah Chucky BLT. It had fried green tomatoes, candied bacon, and something else on it, like a hoagie roll. It was good as hell.
So good. That sounds great. I wish I was there at your porch swing, hanging out with you guys, talking about fishing and stuff, instead of everybody putting you through the ringer all the time.
They don't do that too much anymore. They kind of.
Yeah. There's a good bunch of people on there.
There's
some that I watch their chats. I've never spoken on their chats to anybody. You're the first person all the time. But I'm happy for you, and you deserve some happiness. And everything's going to work out. Like my mom used to always say, it'll work out in time. So God bless all of you. And you guys take care, all right?
We will. Thank you for calling. Have a great night. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye, honey. God bless you.
She don't make me cry.
Yeah. Storage space. Oh, any more calls before I say good night to all y'all?
At this point, I don't know that she'll be able to go or not. I guess that depends on whether Jody Sue lets him have anything to do with her.
Lose your pen. I'm gonna lay that right there for a second. Last call. Yeah. Last call for alcohol. Yeah, I feel you on that, LTL. What's your question, Karma? Hello?
Hey Andy, this is Justin with Justice for All.
How you doing?
Hey, sorry to get your program off track, but I wanted to respond to the middle-aged drunken white lady who called.
You're okay. Carry on.
No problem. So the reason I did what I did, and people said that I took a filter off and everything, which you can't do, but she has, excuse me, sorely mistaken what I have done. This is what I got off of a frame from Adventures with Purpose. If she, I don't know, I mean, she sounds, middle-aged, and I'm sure she watches daytime news, and if she would pay attention, she will see in daytime news, in war-torn areas, like it starts with a U and ends with a crane. I can't really say it to you to say it. But war-torn areas where mothers and fathers are holding their dead children, unfortunately holding their dead children. There's not one single filter on those. If she looks at any of these things, she'll see. What I showed was literally an outline of
a human being. You can't tell the sex. You can't tell if there's a nose. You can't tell anything. It is a black and white outline. And the reason I did that is because they were saying Kylie Rodney was not real. And Kylie Rodney is a real human being. And for anyone to say that Kylie Rodney is not real, she was not in that car, is a shame. So that is my answer to this woman. And, you know, the news, the big time news, has no problem in daytime television showing our children in school getting mowed down by guns, hearing them cry, hearing them scream, kindergartners. And she wants to talk about how I'm showing an outline of someone that you can't even differentiate the sex, the gender, clothed, unclothed, or anything. So she should probably want to get her ducks in order and really check about herself. I mean, she doesn't have to like what I did. I'm not asking her to like what I did. I'm not asking her to approve what I did. But if you call out one, you got to call them out, all of them out.
Yeah.
So that's all I had to say about that, Andy. I apologize that she rudely took up this because it had nothing to do with that. But I did have to, you know, make a statement back on that. So
No, you're
I appreciate the time. God bless you and your beautiful bride, and I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
night.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Ma'am, I sure can.
How you doing tonight?
Fine. How are you doing? I'd like to ask a couple of questions, please.
Go ahead.
Good. Have you ever met the people that bought that big house back up in there? Or they built it, excuse me, and bought some land?
Built the big house back up in there or bought some land? What are you talking about?
It's like a ranch or something, they said.
A ranch?
Mm-hmm. May not exactly be on that road or may cut into that road.
Now, see, I don't know. The only people that I know up in there, they ain't no ranch or nothing. There's like a horse farm or something down the road, or a horse ranch or something. I don't know who it is.
Is it true that he sold that the day after Summer Wells went missing?
I have no clue.
And he was also tied into the Lap Rider up there, amphitheater, or whatever they call that place.
I'm not too sure, ma'am.
And he's from New York. Are you aware of that?
I mean, I don't pay attention to who buys what land, ma'am. The only reason that I was worried about what was going on right beside my property is just because I was trying to get that before I didn't have people trying to move in right there on that little swoop of land that really wasn't much.
Okay, the cameras that they keep talking about, was it true they had the cameras there to protect y'all's crops?
No, I didn't have. It wasn't nothing like that, ma'am. I had a few plants.
Okay, because it was said that before y'all spoke on Summer Wells, y'all went and cleaned it up first.
No.
All righty, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Hello?
Andy.
How you doing?
Hey, good. I called you earlier,
Yeah.
but I didn't write anything down. And after I hung up, there was a couple of things I wanted to ask you about that I didn't think to ask you until I already hung up.
Yeah.
So, what do you know about the sanitary issues going on over there at the camper? Do you know that to be true or not, with the sewer and the water and all the hazardous stuff? Are you there?
Okay, my phone's going haywire.
Sorry.
I hit the wrong button.
Okay.
You're asking about the camper and stuff. I mean,
Yeah, did you
I
hear
know.
my question or no?
Yeah, I heard the question. I know what I've been told.
Okay, what's that?
I mean, I know there's not no water hooked up to it. Well, I don't know for a fact. So, I mean, I know what I've been told, but I don't necessarily need to go into that right at this point in time.
Right. So you mean like you don't need specific details, but I mean, if there's no water, then I mean that's just kind of a given. That's like toiletries, water, shower, all of it, right? So, okay, that was one, and my other one was, and I promise this is my last one, was the class 2 that was on the record for the state of Tennessee, because I'm in North Carolina, so I'm not far from you.
Okay.
And a class 2 narcotic for the state of Tennessee, tramadol is not on there. It's got to be like something heavy, like Percocet, methadone, morphine, Suboxone, something along those lines.
Well, I mean,
did she just not tell you what it was that she had in her purse?
Well, I mean, see, I don't know. She might. I didn't have no Percocet, Roxy, methadone, Suboxone, none of that. So if she had something in her purse, I mean, I don't ask. I don't expect her to tell me, and I didn't know. So
right. So you're saying she just took the charge and she didn't take. She was like keeping it from you what she had.
Well, pretty much what everything was, it was she got charged for everything I had, and then vice versa. So.
Oh, so you got charged for what she had in her purse?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't smoke weed at the time. She didn't have no dealings with my weed dealings at the time. So, I mean, she was in the house at the time that they came in my house, so she got charged for the same thing I did.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I think I'd got a lawyer over that one. My goodness.
Well, we had lawyers. They just didn't fucking work out very well.
Yeah, I ain't heard that in my time. Okay, well, that's what I wanted to ask you that I had forgotten. I appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good night.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Next question.
Hello?
Hey, it's Adrian.
Hey.
Hey, Karma in chat wants to know, was Jody physically able to search and walk the banks every night after Summer went missing?
Yeah, she was getting up, moving around at that point in time quite a bit.
Okay. So I think that because a lot of the question is whether she was jumping down in the creek there, and that she was, I know you had said that she stood out on the bank, outside after Summer went missing for long hours every night.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know if she was actually out walking and searching like she said she was.
Yeah, she was out moving about and stuff. That's why I was aggravated, because I was afraid she'd get out, fall, get hurt, something in the dark, and I would be in there asleep. So.
Right. Okay. Well, Carla had asked a few times, and I wanted to just call and ask because I don't think you guys were seeing it, so I'm never going to.
Oh no, you're good. We was getting ready to try to answer that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was having trouble finding it whenever you called.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you after a bit.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Miss Kitty wants to know, Andy, have you noticed Tim Mullins and Beach Creek or any other character from YouTube on Beach Creek prior to Summer missing?
See, I never did see none of them. I mean, I don't even really know what Tim Mullins looks like, so I mean, I never did see none of them until the night she went missing and stuff. Somebody was sitting down there in the Subaru.
How can a person do a 24-hour live without a helper?
And me without a helper, she's on a moderator.
Mama Bird G. Yeah, I heard about the Peeping Tom. I actually seen him one night. Yeah, catnip. I can stay up over 24 hours without a helper too. It's just something to do with the way I am. uh, Grammy H. David Dodson has a Subaru like Don and Candace, but gray. I seen something. Believe me. Does anyone else on Ben Hill have crops? Windy Bear. I've not been there and I don't know how long. Ruby Tuesday. I don't know how many times he came around, but yeah, one night I caught him and chased him off the hill. Don't know where he went though. Disappeared awful quick.
Amanda L says, has Jody Sue ever been on fentanyl?
No.
Did she ever spend any time in jail over those charges? I Suzanne.
Over the ones that like mine?
I guess it says, did Jody Sue spend any time in jail over those charges?
Probation in like 38 days. Ryan Miller, how do you feel about these things that said about you live for the past year? Ryan Miller, it disgusts me. I didn't deserve none of that.
So apparently Jody Sue said that her son had to help her walk and stuff 3 to 4 hours before she was out there looking in the creek and stuff for something. So they're wanting to know which one is it. Either she was sick and wasn't able to walk hardly and stuff that day and had help, or she could walk just fine and go help look for her.
See, I don't know how to answer that. That's one of those situations.
I mean, you wasn't there half the day, so.
Yeah. I mean, there's some days that she'd feel bad 1 minute, the next minute she'd feel okay. Justice for all, yes, I do. Somewhere.
Do you know Dudley?
Thank you, Grandma Mama. Thank you, CSI.
Miss Kitty. No, I'm not. I'm sorry, I can't admit to being scared. No.
Did you ever meet Billy?
Billy.
That's all it says. Mama Bird G, did he ever meet Billy?
Billy who, Mama G? There's like Harry Bill, Wild Bill. I mean, how many wild Bills do you want me to explain? I got an Uncle Bill, great Uncle Bill. Yeah. Did it pop up?
What song, Piggy Bear? Sound crazy talking.
I actually had taco salad tonight.
Yes, we did. And it was so good.
Oh, I got to turn my camera on for just a second. For all you people out here, do you see? Hold on, let me get in here. Do you see this crazy shit? Who else has seen this? Berries and Cream RC. It's at the dollar store. It's limited edition. And it sounds weird, but it's oddly satisfying. Billy the Drunkard. Okay, Billy the Drunkard still does not specify because most of the bills are drunks. But yeah, I know 2 or 3 of the bills that live down there.
Sweet Sativa, as of this moment, we're still thinking about it, yes.
What was the question?
Are we still doing live stream for the wedding? We have a lot of our friends that can't make it, and so that may be, another way for them to see it. Someone sent you a pic of Kimmel and people.
Okay, give me just a second.
Thank you, Ava.
No, I didn't see him down there before Summer went missing. And I swear to God, that's not the dude I seen in the Subaru either. I swear to God, that's the other dude's the dude I seen in the Subaru. The gray Subaru.
Did you ever think did you ever think the Peeping Tom was Peeping Tom?
Possibly. Possibly. Because it looked like him or the other dude up the road in the holler that don't live there no more.
Why couldn't Jackie Dog clear the property he bought?
Jackie Dobbs could have cleared the property he bought if he'd have stayed on his property, but he was on our property cutting trees. No, Wendy Bear. Tim Mullen don't look like somebody that lived in the holler. The Peeping Tom was somebody else that lived in the holler. Hello?
Hello?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing all right.
I just wanted to call in. Sorry, let me get out of. I just wanted to call in and ask a question about the blue couch that Don and Candace had in the front of the basement door. Is there any way that you think that they put her in that couch and moved that couch out of the area immediately after?
I have no clue. I don't know what couch you're speaking of, and I don't.
There was a blue couch that there's pictures of her and Summer sitting on a blue couch in front of the basement door. And they even said to Chris McDonough or whatever that there was a couch used to be in front of this door.
Well, I mean, I'm not too sure. I didn't look at none of the pictures. I've not looked at none of the videos, pictures, just some of it. I've not been immersed in this for the past 14, 16 months.
Okay. So, I was just trying to ask questions along the line of how do you think they moved her? Do you think that they maybe moved her in the barrels? Or if you don't feel comfortable answering these, you don't have to. I was just figured I'd call in and ask. So, you know, you could always say no.
Yeah. I mean, I have no clue. I mean, I have no clue, to be honest. I mean, I don't know how you would go about disrespecting your child like that to think that you just throwed her away like trash if that's what they did.
Well, if they're on drugs, you know, on crack, or, you know, as allegedly, you know, Don, and who knows what else, and I heard meth, allegedly, and that shit, that stuff will eat your brain, and so at that point, you really don't even care, like, you're not you anymore, you just do whatever you gotta do to get your fix. And I know that sounds so cold, but it is true. People do become that way.
Yeah, but I really don't. I have no clue. I mean, I didn't know him that well, so I mean, it blows my mind that it happened, so I really don't know. I can't shine too much insight into it since I didn't hang out with them all the time. Don't know really what kind of people they was. I just know they was people I didn't want to hang out with a whole lot.
Did he, well, because you guys arrived around the same time, did you see him, like speed off in his truck with anything in the bed of the truck? Like, the couch wasn't in the bed of the truck or a barrel or anything? Or that you saw?
Pretty much you had to check in and out over the next few days and stuff. After that, there was police at the end of the road, so I mean, I didn't see him go in and out.
In those first few days, you didn't see nothing crazy. You didn't hear him like running back and forth to the property and elsewhere.
Not that I can think of, you know. I don't think the police would have let him out of the holler if they was trying to haul too much stuff off either.
Yeah, and I'm saying, like, before the cops even got there, he could have possibly, because who knows what time he could have, like, immediately put her in something and got her off that property and put her somewhere. And then, because they believe she was moved. And they think she was moved multiple times. And so that's where I'm getting my ideas from.
Yeah.
And so I would think that, oh my God, they had to get her out of there right away because they had to cover their asses. And then they wanted to put her in something and get her off the property immediately. And they'd be like, oh, she's a duck bitch. She ain't here. She got gone. And then went and then moved her again. And it's just heartbreaking. I feel bad even saying these words, but Summer touched my heart. Man, she looked like me when I was a little girl. And I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to start rambling, but I was just curious about those two questions. So
No problem.
I appreciate you answering them.
Thank you for calling.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a good rest of your evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I accidentally hung up on somebody. I'm sorry. Thank you, Justice.
Whoever called, just call right back.
Yeah, call right back. Linda White, the cameras were at the end of my driveway, looking about at the end of my driveway. Hello?
Hi, is this Andy?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Andy. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for doing a Q&A. It really gives perspective. I just had a couple of questions, really. Are you okay to answer a couple short little questions?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. I was wondering if there's any truth to how much of the noise coming from 110 Ben Hill that you yourself could say that you were able to clearly hear and understand. And was there a lot of noise from the kids or from the adults across the road there, or was it kind of quiet?
You could hear the kids when they was outside playing, screaming, you could hear that. You could hear, if people was outside in the driveway, you could hear conversations, or if they was in the front yard, you could kind of hear conversations. If they was yelling and screaming over there, you could hear it.
Okay.
Sometimes you couldn't hear every word, but you could hear a lot of the stuff they was saying from over there, and vice versa. You could probably hear what I was saying at my house.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. I just have a couple more. Has Loaf always been involved in drama? Like, does she have friends? Has she had a history of ever having friends?
She's had a few acquaintances and friends, but a few of them don't seem to last very long, and most of them, she really don't have friends. She don't have people that she goes and hangs out with regularly. She don't, or she didn't. I'm not speaking for now. I'm speaking for 14, 16 months ago. I'm speaking for that time frame.
Yeah.
She'd go out and do things with some people, and then, it'd be months or a year, and then they'd do something again. But no, most of the time she stayed at home, worried about what I did.
Okay. And then on behalf of the majority of the true crime community, just wanted to apologize for Justin's rude selfish, ridiculous call-in. This is about Summer, not Justin. So I think maybe his wig was a little too tight today or something. And for the record, the men of the true crime community generally can be found on AB's channel. So thank you again for your time, and I hope that you have a great evening. You and Becca, I hope you have a beautiful wedding. Thank you very much for taking my call.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
I wasn't.
I seen that there a minute ago, Crama. Yeah, I would like to say, sis, please give me a chance. It was just a bad situation. I was reacting to it. I love you with all of my heart, and I've missed you. But I love you and I miss you. I don't know what else to say besides I'm sorry. Let me make it up to you.
It wasn't.
I figured it was.
He said he flipped off the driveway so you couldn't leave. Just roll with it.
Yes, she's blocked me from leaving the house and the driveways. Try to keep me from leaving. Well, my phone is down to 15% people, and it is almost 2 o'clock here where I'm at. So, I bid you good night and farewell.
Good night, everybody. Sweet dreams. Be safe. We'll do another live on Tuesday. Let y'all know what happened in court.
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming out, hanging out, calling. We'll do it again here in a day or two. That way maybe I can let everybody know what's going on. Thanks.
See you Tuesday, your main girl.
Thanks for all my mods for
See you
helping.
Tuesday.
I appreciate all y'all. If anybody's got anything else to comment or say, everybody's got my contact information. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Bye.